Number 20, Haley Buckman. And number 21, Paige Baldwin.
I'm thinking about a lot of things. Proud of my kids, proud of our community for showing up. Just a lot of things that you can always adjust, and a lot of things that you can always think, did I do the right thing here in that moment? But no, I'm just thinking about how we've been together since June, and it's just a long, long time. And now we get to take a little break, and it's just one of those things you just sit here and ponder and think about.
Service errors, that's probably the biggest deal today. We saw it in the third set as well yesterday. What was it this time around where you guys really just couldn't get a tweak of any sort?
Yeah, for sure. We had a couple kids that don't miss very often that were missing, or we had one rotation that we were trying to find the right person to be serving. It just took us a minute to find that. A couple missed serves late in moments that were unfortunate, and just things that I'm okay with most of the time because we're serving aggressively, and sometimes you score, sometimes you don't. And it's a little gamble you take, but it just kind of didn't fall our way on that mark today.
But in set 3, we saw from number 20, I mean, she had an ace and then another, then another. We saw a little bit of that momentum going with these girls. Was there some sort of excitement or something that just kind of was going through these girls where they really wanted to get that last set?
Well, with that girl specifically, I've been kind of checking with her throughout the game. She just kind of seemed a little off. And I'm like, hey, are you good? She's like, she just hates losing. And she's all the way up here. She's like, I want to finish and win. And this is her second sport. So she's a basketball kid. So she likes momentum. She likes swings. So getting her back there in that service line was probably the best thing we needed at that time. Some kid is just crazy competitive and is willing to do whatever it takes in that moment. And she even had an out-of-system ball that she had to go save and set. And she just did a really good job there toward the end and really good throughout the entire match. But she gave us a lot of energy when we saw a kid back there playing in the back row. Usually he stays in the front. So that really gave us that little bit of life we needed for sure.
Right now, I know you probably can't take it away like that, but second place, still an amazing feat. How has this season been, especially your first year as head coach, and just kind of looking back on everything? Like you said, back in June, you guys were together, and you guys made it this far in your first year as a head coach.
Well, when we look back at June, I sat there and talked to my coaches about it last night, and a couple of our kids hadn't played volleyball since October, and it was June. So it's still an unreal feeling just to be here. I still tried to let it set in, but it's hard to do that sometimes. But no, I'm just proud of like the growth that they had. I'm proud of how much different of a team we are by the end of the season. How much more like competitive it became, because at first it's really competitive and then it kind of lulls out, and they found their way back throughout our hard schedule and our hard season and really fought in the postseason, and that's all you can really ever ask for as a coach.
From here on out, are there any juniors, sophomores you're really expecting to take place of some of the seniors that made a huge impact on this team?
Yeah, I had a sophomore swing on the outside who's going to be a really, really big piece for us in the future. And she's young for a sophomore. She could even be a freshman. She's just a couple days from being a freshman, so which is crazy. Then I have another sophomore who was injured and on the bench who could have been a big part of this season but got hurt in our second game. So that's going to be a really big piece. And then my whole entire lineup outside of my 3 seniors is all juniors. So I bring back a really big chunk of kids. I have a really good group coming up from the 8th grade. My freshmen had a really great season, and there's a lot to look forward to, but it's really hard to do it at the moment exactly. But
I know that those seniors were here also their freshman year, maybe not on the bench, but their team had made it all the way here, also placed second. Did any of them kind of have any motivation, or just like seeing that team 4 years ago coming into this game today?
Oh, definitely, and it was more than just that team. Like they've been in the elementaries and middle schools, high-fiving all those really big, tall, awesome girls as they come into the Final Four. So they've been wanting it since they were little. I had one of my seniors, my number 4 on the right side. Her sister was on that state team, so she got to watch her big sister play, and now her sister was in the stands watching her play. And then I had a junior in the same position. That's older sister was on that team. So it's just kind of becoming a thing where they each want to get one. They each want their own. I had one girl talking to me on the way out that was really upset, and she was like, "What if we never get here again?" And I'm like, "That's the hard part about being here. Is like it's really hard to do it." So the work starts again. Like they start club, I think most of them on Tuesday. So they're motivated. They're ready to go, and I hope that we can find a way back here next year.